three Asian teams and Estonia, which is sounds like a schedule hell, but not really. The scheduling in this group was pretty well. They are heading into Seed 25 Malaysia against Seed 33 Hong Kong. My name is Mavosik, and joining me on this cast is gonna be Blank Tap. Hello, sir. How's it going?
Hello. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am doing quite well, and it is time for where you play the same pool three times. Definitely not. You know, a reason to have mind block. But I suppose that's a skill in and of itself. Playing the same map over and over again. Doing the same result actually this time around, Usually that's the definition of insanity, but when you play Osu pools, you know very well that it's never the same score.
I mean, obviously, when you practice the map, you usually get a better score than you do in tournaments, unless you side read, then you actually perform better in the tournament itself. From experience at least, but yeah, we are looking into Hong Kong, Malaysia. Hong Kong running the pool for the third time already. The peak of the insanity, as you said, against Malaysia, who is getting a second run of this pool from a 5-1 win against Estonia. Hong Kong 5-1 down to Singapore and 5-3 down to Estonia. Not looking pretty rough, especially in this contender bracket where only the top two teams, contender group where only the top two teams continue to the bracket stage, and that's also the losers bracket, so the placement does matter quite a bit. And unfortunately, I did the math, I don't think there's much Hong Kong can do anymore in this group, so we are just hoping for a good match. And I mean, it's still important for Malaysia as they are still fighting for the first second place. But yeah, for Hong Kong, unfortunately, it's over. But hey, at least we might see a good match, trust, so hopefully that's the case.
Indeed. And not gonna lie, I would love for Hong Kong to set ablaze this group in particular before they leave, It's just a funny parting gift before they inevitably leave the group stage, sadly enough, because we love a 3-way 2-1 in the group stage.
A 3-way 2-1 would indeed be funny. We are heading into bands. DT2 from Team Hong Kong that I do see in chat. I'm just a bit slow. Don't mind me. The DT2 ban, tapping ban coming in from Hong Kong as they did not do in any of the previous matches, as they usually ban the gimmicky maps, the hidden to normal 5. So that's already a change.
I mean, on the other side you have players like Mabayo and players like Agagak. They do have quite the ability to tap to get those finger control done, but something that Malaysia is fearing is these very unorthodox aim maps, to say the least. I don't even know if you could even say it an aim map. TT3 and Hato1 definitely has a lot in regards of the soul reading, so they don't really wanna dabble in that, I suppose. And back to Hong Kong, what do you think, Mosik? Will we see a number 2 ban?
It could be the case, or maybe one of those gimmicky ones they kept banning, so hidden 2, no mod 5, both are tricky. No mod 2 could be the case because of the tapping skill needed. Maybe even something like double time one. Those bursts in that map are pretty damn tricky, so it's a question of comfort, I'd say. But I like seeing at least one of those gimmick maps open on the board, even though they might not get picked.
I feel like Malaysia does have a slight advantage in that regard, but I don't know by how much. Still waiting for a Hong Kong ban though. Probably, Hong Kong, the last favorite in this match. Probably gonna go for something you know, more 50-50, more coin flip. Hey, those nomad ones, those hiddens, the DT1, something nice, simple, something that you can probably, you know, gather up for, or, you know, at the minimum 2 to 3 FCs, just to get that high scoring performance.
Definitely could be the case. Looking at qualifiers, they did pretty well on that no mod 3, no mod 4 zone. Maybe those could be some decent options for them, at least compared to Malaysia. We are still waiting for the last ban from Hong Kong, and they are taking their time with this one. So, you know, there's a lot to decide from, definitely, but I don't think banning should be this hard of a question, and it's gonna be that no mod 5 I'm a blue-red is not gonna be played, and yeah, that map is quite tricky, even though we did see pretty good amount of FCs on it when it got played, from Indonesia for example. No bias.
We did not talk about the accuracy though. We did not talk about the accuracy on literally everyone on that godforsaken map. That down beginning that goes that ding 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 ding, like who maps like this? No offense, but other than that, it is time for DT1 Malaysia opening up with the initial blow with the consistency challenge.
Yeah, Double Time 1 plus Tenchi, one of the older maps in this map, 2023 plus map pool. This one from 2015, I believe. Pretty known song, pretty known artist, and very standard DT1 map outside of the 270 BPM bursts here and there. Yeah, you know, that's nothing out of the ordinary. You have your classic DT1 consistency, as you said. The map is a bit on the mid-range length side of this map pool, if not on the longer side of this map pool, with 2 minutes 23 seconds. AR 10.3, so maybe a bit of a reading skill check as well. But again, it's mostly the consistency on aim and possibly the 270 DPM burst that could cause some trouble to the players. But as you said, Malaysia, with a pretty strong tapping roster, we have seen that DT2 ban for a reason from Hong Kong. It's looking to evaluate on this map, and Hong Kong is trying to defend something with Waya F2X and Kuyu right now, waiting for the fourth player there.
Priest hot dog. I mean, the man himself, Babayu, should be coming in. That guy is a bit illegal in his capability to just play anything, kind of. It's not always there. But on the other side, YA F2X Hibikiko, you no stranger to DT1 as well instead of Hong Kong. And it's about to get real spicy here. I feel like everyone in this lobby is capable of putting up at least a 98% FC, no doubt.
They are definitely capable of putting that up, but in a tournament the nerves might hit and stuff, so a lot of shit misses could happen. We see that way too often. I mean, let's be real, if everyone played their best in tournaments, we would see a lot of ag battles in this pretty low SR, comfortable, I'd say, group stage pool. But yeah, with that said, DT1 starts off right about now, with that being Malaysia's first pick.
Going into this one, it's a solid 270 BPM burst over and over again. You better make sure your hand is warm as a hot dog. Will be the first one to find a miss already with a 94% accuracy. Let's hope that he can recover music.
I mean, the recovery won't be that necessary, just Wyatt finds the trade. So Malaysia is back in lead. And we see, outside of those two players who found those breaks, actually, never mind. Hot dog with 94%, but looking at the right side, the only score difference we are seeing is coming from an accuracy on Q with what looks like a pretty uncomfortable 89% for them, now 90%. No clue what's happening there, possibly a reading issue, I'd say, or maybe some sort of offset. I don't know, the egg is pretty low compared to everyone else. That's giving the slightest lead to Team Malaysia, but outside of that, nothing else happening just yet. We are still waiting for the first and for another big miss to happen, another big egg drop to happen, but that's not coming in nowhere. Never, man. Via finding that the miss that will make the score lead spike to Malaysia's side with Hot Dog holding that support combo, even though it's only at 93% egg. That FC from Kuil is not helping much. And Mapayu, the man himself, finding the break for Team Malaysia. And now it's 3 FCs against 2 and something on a Hot Dog. And the score might start shifting. Never mind.
My goodness, the triple miss! I think that's it, almost. Oh no!
That was a strike from above, triple miss, full reset for Hong Kong, stopping their chance on this double time one. The Hot Dog does find the miss, so does Mabayu, as I said before. But Stamphole with Mint Breeze, finding the first point for Team Malaysia, and 3.5 million team score is showing confidence on their side. That's them. That was tragic.
True. Man, I mean, not a bad start though for Hong Kong. They were matching neck and neck throughout that entire map until the ending. So, you know, as a starter for a losing pick, not too bad. Let's see what they got for their own first pick.
I mean, decent, really good pick from Malaysia to open up the match, but again, Hong Kong still has their first pick, still can respawn to Malaysia's first point, and the question is, what will they respawn with, though? As I said, at least based on qualifiers, they did pretty well on that no mod 3, no mod 4, so maybe that could be the option here, maybe something like a hidden 3 as well could work for them. Let's be real, we all want to see those customs, want to see those originals, and if it's in favor of Hong Kong, why not try to go for it, man?
They're just talking about random stuff in the chat, so we're just gonna ignore that.
Oh my.
Is there a rule regarding this? Can we ban them? Okay, back to the map pool though. Hong Kong, I mean VP1, you know, they did pretty decently, but not up to par with their opponents. I wonder if we're gonna see something simpler, something more specific skill set wise, maybe precision, maybe those flow hidden, and they're gonna go for alt hot rock instead. It's gonna be hot rock 3, we love music.
That's a funky map, funky song. I don't hate the pick, it's one of those alti picks. Again, this one with some seriously tricky patterns though. The whole snap ult on some of these is pretty crazy. But hey, if they like it, they will pick it. 3 minutes long HR3 is something we are heading into. Those 3 minutes will be long 3 minutes, as this map does not give you too much room to breathe, and it's just overall really difficult to play. I don't know what else to say here. It is the alt map that Hong Kong is gonna look into, or overall that kind of skill set. Maybe, as you said, maybe those noble ones, the 50-50 coin flip maps, but so far we see this, which I don't hate. It's a funky map, it's a long one, and I don't think we have seen it from Team Hong Kong just yet, actually. They did ban it against Estonia, so interesting choice there.
One thing I am very afraid of regarding this map is just one KI wonder, one hard part that you just gotta watch out for. It's the part where it just goes rapid fire, back to back to back, all pattern for a very very long time, and after that it's basically nothing.
Yep, pretty much so. So you are looking for combo. If you don't have combo after or before that, it might be doomed for you. We see most of the teams already with Hibiki, Kuyu, Remiscue and F2X in for Hong Kong. Chibi, Minbreeze, Mabayu and Hot Dog for Malaysia. And with those, and I believe that's the rosters locked. Just waiting for them to ready up and start this one hell of a map, being HR3, 3 minutes long. Again, the drain time is pretty unforgiving for what kind of map it is, even though it's one spike that is important of this map.
Here we go. Going to see Remiscue 07 making their debut. The other side, Chibi Maruko will be the one to come in this time around. And now starting off, combo is still quite intact. Only some misses in the beginning for 3 of our players, but Chibi Maruko will prove to be the first one to get that substantial miss alongside Mabayo. So really, really good start for Hong Kong.
Those two misses definitely helping Hong Kong a little bit, especially on building up that early combo advantage, building up that early score advantage, but Kuyu does find a miss as well, does find the trade, and now the combo advantage on Malaysia's side for a little bit until that Minbreeze miss comes in, and now Hong Kong with 3 FCs against 1 and some supports on Malaysia's side. Hibiki does find a miss on that FC though, so that's gonna be 2 against 1 and support. And okay, we see a lot of misses every now and then. Chibi Maruko not having fun on these flowy patterns, so does Hibiki. Remiscue finding the miss as well, but so does Hot Dog. So the only big scores on Hong Kong are F2X and Kuyu with some combo fighting against Mabayu and Minbreeze on the side of Malaysia, but 150k points in the lead of Hong Kong is pretty nice. Kuyu finding the miss, so it's only F2X with the FC. No support on their side, but the combo advantage still in the slightest lead of Team Hong Kong, as long as some of those supports can hold intact.
Malaysia struggling quite a bit in terms of accuracy, surprisingly enough. Hibiki and Koyu is struggling themselves, but still staying in that A rank range. And now going into the slow, awkward part here, just chilling. It's all F2X against the entirety of the Malaysian cavalry. Mabayu leading the charge with his lance facing forward. F2X, can he parry it?
Yes, so far it is looking really close. There's 1/4 of the map left. Not too much to happen, and the score lead is on Hong Kong's side, but Kuyu finding the miss might cause a tiny bit of trouble together with Remiscue and Hibiki. Down goes
And there it is! I
Mabayu.
think they did it! He still needs to hold though. If he misses, it's just over. But F2X, what a warlord. Hong Kong will not be defeated that easily. As long as one man's heart still beating, he will keep on fighting. F2X with...
Oh my... Last circle of the map. Are we serious?
Call him F1X with that one miss, bro. Fuck. What is that miss? That's okay though. 1-1. Scores are tight. Okay, very good. Somehow. Jesus Christ.
No one saw that. It was an FC. Nothing happened at the end of the map. We
Nothing ever
continue.
happens.
1-1
Nothing ever
Malaysia next to
happens.
pick. And
Well done. Back to it. Hong Kong. Kinda, you know, the path forward has been shown. Maybe a normal 3 next, but again, quite risky as that pick was ride or die with FCX. So let's see what Malaysia will go to the go next regarding their pick.
that's a really good question. The DT1 did work out for them pretty well, but none of the double times are open anymore. We have DT2 ban, DT3 ban. So the question is, what's gonna be next? Maybe that Gnome 2 could be an option. Picking into Jashin, which has been a pretty popular pick throughout the first and second week, but now it's slowly but surely fading away, as I don't know, players just don't seem like they want to play it anymore. And Hidden 3, so coming from HR3 alt to Hidden 3 alt, this time it's gonna be more on that flow aim side compared to the snappy HR3, but still a tough map. The Hidden might do quite a bit to the difficulty of the map, and overall the BPM 165 also pretty fast. So it's a fast old flow map, almost a stream map, some might call it, with 165 BPM, and it's definitely a different one compared to HR3, but still requires quite a bit of flow aim and alt.
Absolutely, it's not a long map as well, so every single combo matters. And if I remember correctly, there's these two kind of crescent shape cuts, not even cuts, just crescent shape stream, and it's just very tricky and hidden, and that's mostly the roadblock you'll see on this map. There's two of them, one in the middle, one near the last 1/3, so it's your combo depends on you hitting that.
Very much so. So far, it is looking pretty even between these two teams. Hidden 3 and Blanked Upset. There's a lot of combo requirement at the beginning of the map, because the more further we get into the map, the harder it gets. So early combo will definitely help you quite a bit. You see some players in the lobby. No changes on the Malaysia side with Chibi, Hot Dog, Mabayu and Minbreeze in. Remiscut via Hibiki and F2X in for Hong Kong. And it is looking like an even match again. Interesting choice of that Hidden 3, especially after losing that HR3 again. The map is different compared to HR3, it's just a question of comfort, especially with the hidden mod on top of it. But with all 8 players in lobby, I believe we are just waiting for them to ready up and slowly but surely start the match, start the map, and start this Hidden 3. There it is. Hidden 3 coming up just as Bancho decides to load in. Opening the map. No huge misses, no huge aggrops happening just yet. Everyone is staying stable, and never mind via finding the huge chain miss at the beginning of the map, which will limit their score quite a bit. And as I said, those early combos will matter quite a bit as this map gets harder and harder the further we get into it.
Still on the easy part, but storm's coming. That's already is brewing. Let's see who will survive. Going to the first tricky section there. The 1/6 will consume 4 of our participants. 4 remains though. Still looking pretty good. A bit of a tricky 1-3 there. Chimarco getting tripped out of the wazoo. It's a 55k difference going to this 1/3 alt section. Still looking at a 2v2 on the FC. And we're about to see the tricky stream soon enough after this slow section. Let's see if they can hit it, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go, and Ram is cute, will be able to find the first miss. It's only Hot Dog, Mid-Breeze, and Hibiki 2v1 in Malaysia, gaining some strong lead music.
Yeah, Ram is cute, unfortunate miss there. There is an FC on Hibiki still, with Mabayu finding some misses. It's not gonna be the worst thing for Malaysia's Hot Dog and Minbreeze Pro holding on to their full combos against one full combo of Hong Kong. F2X finding a miss, unfortunately, putting the last nail to the coffin, and looking at Hot Dog with Minbreeze
the front
finding
door,
both
double miss. I don't think there's time. Damn.
There is no time. But Hibiki, can we stop missing on the last circles, please? Well, another almost FC from Team Hong Kong, this time on Hibiki. Unfortunately, the support was not enough, and that gives Malaysia the second point, but Hong Kong to respawn yet again with a pick of their own. I don't know, these alt flow LT picks are very much just a 50-50. It seems like one team gets one, other team gets another one. So I'm thinking, will we get Nomad 3 now to finish off the alt pool, or maybe get something like Nomad Formal on the technical side? Let's see.
Steroids currently. And see what they're gonna go for. Oh, will they unbox this time around? My money though is they're probably gonna go for the more 3. It is one of the more similar maps, though it is mapped by AJ Mosca, so I understand if they want to avoid that. AJ Mosca, please map a playable number 3. Holy moly.
Yeah, that's could definitely be the case. So, still waiting for that. Like, maybe they could opt for something coin flippy like Nomad 1 hidden 1, even though they did not find a point on that hidden 3. I don't know, they have options, but at the same time a lot of them just feel like a 50-50 gamble chance. So really, HR2, okay, fancy, opting for a precision pick. We are, and as you said, this map has some funny patterns in it, so will be interesting to see.
There's these kind of double into these back and forth slide that is really easy to slide the break on. So you gotta make sure you know this map in particular. Some very easy repeating patterns, but because it's repeating, your mind gets bored and your mind just wants to miss very, very hard. So focus is the name of the game for this map as well.
Indeed is Siberia Lira. Definitely a map that will get tricky the more you get into it. HR2 being 3.5 minutes long on top of the difficulty itself is something you don't see that often, really. And it will make stuff pretty uncomfortable. It will not be just try to combo game as much as possible and forget about your accuracy, because everything will matter. Combo as well, obviously, but you need to actually be able to play this map to perform on it properly. Both accuracy and combo will matter.
Definitely not the hardest map to hack, but because of the potential of missing, you might want to sacrifice some of that accuracy in case you're extremely nervous, but it's not ideal. You really want to scratch it any little bit of accuracy of points in these kinds of map, especially when the star rating is still relatively this low.
Definitely the case. We see some switch-ups on one team as well as another. Skylar in for Hong Kong and Siren in for Malaysia. On this HF pick, so we see some switch-ups in the rosters after 3 maps. Definitely interesting ones. Both teams trying to get points on the board, both teams trying their best, especially Malaysia, who is definitely looking for as much positive point differential as possible. So looking for as many breakpoints as possible here. But it's still a tough match. The seeding might be not that close to each other, but both teams have their skill sets and it's not as easy as it seems even for the higher seeds.
Indeed. However, this is gonna be one of those, again, 50-50 maps. It's relatively easy, it's very simple, and yet you just miss for no reason, and hopefully we'll see people preventing that tonight. Starting off though, still 3FC against 3FC, Siren and YI with the initial break in the beginning, but Hibiki with a bit of an unfortunate miss right at the stream. Oh, luckily it's not a massive change, nonetheless.
Yeah, so far, outside of those misses not happening just now via finding another one, which is gonna be unfortunate for Hong Kong, but Chibi Morocco finds the first break on those FCs from Malaysia, so that will slow down score shifting a little bit, and we see Chibi finding another miss together with Sayorin, so suddenly it's 2 FCs against 2 FCs and better support coming in from Hong Kong. That is starting to shift the score towards Hong Kong side, and since we still have about 2/3 of the map left, as long as those combos stay intact, we will see a shift back. Chibi Maruko finding another miss, but Skylar joins the club. And now it's only F2X with the full combo for Hong Kong, trying to fight back with Hibiki and via supports. Again, Minbreeze and Mabayu. Sayorin does find a miss on that support score for Malaysia. And Minbreeze as well on that FC, so that's gonna give a huge chance to Hong Kong to shift the score back. Mabayu trying to hold back as much as possible. Siren finds the miss together with Skylar, but F2X still onto that FC with support from Hibiki. Wire finds the miss though, which is gonna slow things down a little bit for Team Hong Kong. Hibiki finding another miss, and now it's only F2X with the full combo. It's gonna shift as Mabayu finds the miss on that last full FC from Team Malaysia, and it's only Minries for 200 combo for Team Malaysia. The score is staying, but not for too long, as it moves to Hong Kong side 20k. And now it's a question of how much can F2X hold for them to build up a good enough lead, a safe enough lead to take this match. But so far it's not so comfortable, even though we see it growing over 100k now.
F2X still the last man standing once again. The guy is showing it how it's done, refusing to go down that easily. Malaysia will not get any freebies in this match. Finally finding the miss, but it does not matter. Lead secured, and it is all but over. Hong Kong taking yet again another point.
That's gonna be 2-2. Hong Kong slipping with yet another point. They are doing pretty well, and F2X. Can this guy stop one missing, please? unfortunate part is it's usually somewhere near the end of the map, 900k score as a rank from Minbreeze. Unfortunate SB, nothing else there. But this time the support for F2X and the score itself is enough to push Hong Kong 1 point further to either a tiebreaker or a win possibly. Now Malaysia with the next pick. I'm not really sure about what to pick at this point. Maybe Nomo 3 could be the option, maybe something completely different, like 3 mod 1. Really a question of what I feel comfortable on right now.
Probably wanna, clash regarding their consistency on these things. No mod 1 will not be a halfback pick, but it's gonna be no mod 3 instead, and that is going to be a tricky situation here.
Nomo 3, another alt pick. I believe we have now gone through most of the alt slots in this map pool. Maybe that no mod 4 could be something to consider as their next pick, but as of now, no mod 3 pick, the original by, I believe, who is AJ Mosca. Yes, that is true. And this is more on the, I'd say, HR3 side of alt, more of a snap alt with some goofy rhythm patterns, 2 of them to be exact, one at the beginning, one near the middle of the map, or a tiny bit after the middle of the map, but as we could have seen throughout all of the matches, the players got used to it, the players know how to hit it, so it does not give too much trouble to any of the players right now. We're just waiting for players to ready up, and I believe due to the style of the map, we will see very similar rosters to what we have seen throughout this whole match so far. Kuyu in the lobby, we see Agag again though, so that's definitely gonna be a switch for Malaysia if they stay in the lobby. F2X with Hibiki in. So for Team Hong Kong, I believe we are only waiting for someone like Remis Cute or Skylar or Maya. Depends on who of those 3 will play. Never mind, it's gonna be Pereko. So opting for another option from the roster. It's always nice to see new players tune in. So the Malaysia, Hot Dog, Mabayu, Minbreeze and Stumple. So no spotlight for Agar just yet, but maybe we will see them later in the lobby.
Here we go. Let's get right into our No Mod 3. Whew. It's about to get real tricky.
Starting off the No Mod 3. Whenever Bancho decides. Everyone holding the first 100 combo pretty strong. We see 3, 4 double assist, not anymore as we see some drops from Hibiki Kuyu. But accuracy will not matter too much early into the map. Hong Kong holding the lead just for now as Hibiki and F2X double miss early into the map gives the lead to Malaysia, and now they can evaluate of it.
The best first start though, but it's not about to get real tricky here. As we get into the first KI section, the control will be very difficult, but we are seeing very solid roster instead of Malaysia nailing all of this without any problem.
So far looking better.
Oh god, hold the front door. What is happening? It's only Hibiki now.
Full
I'm telling you, this map is cursed.
everywhere. question is though, can Hibiki hold the combo throughout the map? They have the accuracy for the shift to happen, but goes down as well. Now the lead flies back to Malaysia. Just like that, stump hold down, but 200 go on Hot Dog and Minbreeze are gonna do much. Pedeko and Hibiki go down. It's only Kuyu on Team Hong Kong, but there's still about 1/3 of the map left, and looking at how the scores go, I'm not sure who is getting this map just yet.
Man, I mean, it's just 100k difference, but it's just the combo itself. Hong Kong and Minbreeze got all the momentum, but no longer, as I say that, there's a trade between the F2X and Pedeko, but that's just not the message that you really want to see going to the end of this map, as everyone actually is under 400,000 score in this Nomo 3. I'm telling you, man, AJ Mosca is cursed on Nomo 3, but finally Minbreeze goes past through, but Lord have mercy. God forbid. I'm telling you, this map is just crazy. This map is just insane. I'm pissed. There's the miss though, but it's just a bit too late. It's 70k difference unless we see a massive miss. It does not matter. 30k. It's a bit too close to comfort, but they managed to secure it. Malaysia. Oh my god, man.
That was a close one, but 1.6 million team score. Yeah, that's definitely a way a chill map like this should go. Trust. But yeah, Malaysia taking the 3rd point to their side. Now Hong Kong to respawn yet again. The question is, what do they opt for? The pool is getting slowly but surely pretty slim. Again, you have that original No Mod 4 open, technically. Outside of that, all of the free mod pool is open, which is pretty rare to see, as it's one of the pools that usually gets picked pretty often. No Mod 1 is still open, but that one is a lot of a 50-50 aim consistency pick, so not sure if they want to go for that, especially against a team like Malaysia, who is looking pretty strong overall. Outside of that, No Mod 2 does not seem like an option, especially not against a team with Agag on their side. And overall, just a tough choice for Hong Kong here, with what's left on the board.
But they're all okay, but I'm sure the time of picking is to be ends soon. Let's see if we'll see an answer soon enough.
Ooh. Pre-mod pool is getting unlocked, and that's gonna start with Pre-mod 2, so the 2009 map. Heading into somewhat of a gimmick map, but it's that classic 2009 grid almost mapping we all love and enjoy, combined with AR8 hidden or the small circle size with HR. Up to you. We have seen a lot of easies picked on this, and actually I think we have seen more easies than hiddens on this map so far, so will be interesting to see what I opt for next. We have seen a pretty interesting mod combination from Hong Kong on this map actually, and that was Vaya and Kuyu with easy flashlight.
Oh my
F2X
god,
with
really?
hidden HR and Hibiki with easy, which
Alright, that's crazy.
is an interesting one, I must say. We'll see if they go with that again. That would be pretty funny.
With a lineup like that, I'm surprised Malaysia didn't just run Primate, man.
But yeah, Malaysia, I don't think they played 3-2 in this map pool yet, so no data there. But yeah, Hong Kong doing the funny on 3-2. They did actually win the 3-2 both times they played it, so not a bad pick at all. The first time they opted for triple easy on F2X with just HR. But we'll see if they opt for the holy overmod or maybe go a bit more chill and try to play it safe. We'll see. High risk, high reward, or trying to stay consistent. We see Agagag in the lobby for the first time together with Siren, Minbreeze, and Mabayu. We see Kuyu, Hibiki, F2X, and Waya for Hong Kong, which is giving me some hope on us getting that funny mod combination we have seen before. Oh, I see the flashlights.
It is time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, easy flashlight. Good morning, afternoon, and or evening. This is the kind of things that they tell you. They're telling us scary campfire stories because oh my goodness, nothing but horror when you're facing this.
Well, we have a 3-way easy on Malaysia with HR on Siren, and then you just have easy on Hibiki, hidden easy flashlight on Kuyu and Vaya, and hidden HR on F2X, because why not slap hidden on top of that? This might be the craziest 3-2 in this group stage.
The 3F on the other side is still going on strong. Actually, that is for F2X still holding on strong with the hidden hard rock. Currently, Koya and YA, they're just doing their own stuff. Hibiki kind of clear, looks like Mabayo and Agaga keeping grace with the recovery. But hard rock players definitely gonna struggle a teensy bit. F2X on the other hand, is kind of chilling. Mabayo finding the mess, and it is just looking to be an absolute Armageddon of a pick here. Hong Kong hold the front door, back and forth, left and right, the zigzags. You don't need to do any of the work. Siren finding the mess. Hoyu is now gone, but he became YA, the last two FC standing, and one is less visible than the other.
It is. I don't know what's happening on the screen right now, but they are definitely taking the lead with that 400k. The other easy flashlight goes down. That's why I find a miss. Hibiki on the easy still on that full combo, but Malaysia has nothing to respond with right now. There are some supporting scores that are being recovered, but there's not too much to be done, especially with that 500k just going and going and going still. Due to that flashlight extra multiplier, hidden HR also giving them a lot of score.
Hibiki, what is that misread? There was nothing there, my boy. But nonetheless, though, with the multiplier already calculated, Hong Kong is so far ahead, and my goodness. There's a reason why they played this with easy flashlight. It will be too easy on the normal easy.
Yeah, this is how peak 3-2 looks like, and that's a dominant performance from Hong Kong, especially after the multipliers, but I have a feeling they are getting the point even without them, as well Malaysia had the easy on their side as well. We see an insta-leave. Someone does not want to show what they did on this map, but yeah.
I get it.
This is once in a lifetime you see something like that, and it's peak. It's peak. All I can say. But yeah, with that said, 3-3, last pick from each team incoming, no matter what happens. we either get the tiebreaker or win from one side or another. I'd rather see the tiebreaker, but the pool is getting slim and it's getting pretty difficult to pick from the options they have left. So far though. Three, still even, still no breakpoints happening. So let's see what happens next. We still have that normal 4 open, which could go either way. We still have that normal 1 open, which could go either way. Jashin is a question of whether they want to play a 5-minute long filler map with some streams here and there. 3-1, 3-3 could be an interesting option for both teams as well. Yeah, I'm not really sure. There's stuff open, but it looks like a lot of 50-50s on the board right now.
God, which 50-50 is the correct 50-50? It's gonna be hidden too! Woo! Woo!
That one I did not expect, to be fair. But I mean, looking at qualifiers, it is one of those 50-50s. Both teams got a pretty close score on Hidden 2 and qualifiers by around 100k difference in favor of Malaysia. Not too much, so definitely could be a close one. This map is no fun. I think you can agree with that one. As it is a Gear 8, obviously. It is a lot of aim, a lot of funny stacks, and just overall a devious map to play, especially with Hidden on top of it. But yeah, interesting choice of picking Hidden 2 this late into the match. Definitely not gonna be the most comfortable pick of these teams. Either Malaysia or Hong Kong. So I wonder what the teams will be for this though. I see T in the lobby, which is the T in the lobby, which is a new name coming to Hong Kong's roster in this match at least. Skylar in again together with Kuyu and Hibiki. So we see the, let's say, easy flashlight map chance in for Hong Kong, together with City and Skylar. Minbreeze, Agarak, Mabayu and Hot Dog for Malaysia joining in pretty fast. Now just waiting for the ready up, I believe, and the start of one of the toughest maps in this map pool with this Hidden 2, really. It is 2 minutes 16 seconds, bit on the shorter side. But hey, I mean, what am I saying? It's only 5.6 stars. It cannot be that hard, right?
Sure. Absolutely sure.
So off we go, starting off with Hidden 2, Hibiki finding the first missile of Kuyu very early into the map. But early misses don't end just there, with Minbreeze Aga joining Kuyu and Hibiki yet again. On the full trade, Hibiki goes down Minbreeze and Aga trade that again. It's a fight of 2 FCs against 2 FCs. And those 2 FCs on Hong Kong side are fighting with slightly better accuracy. Never mind, that comes a three-way reset from Hong Kong with two of those being the FCs, and now it's only Ku with score. But Agaga Mabayu go down as well, and it's 1FC on Team Malaysia side with Minbri support. Again, some recovery scores coming from Hong Kong, but this map already showing no mercy and just giving teams a lot of its hard patterns and hard tapping stacks.
Nothing of that for 50k difference is just quite a bit of a lead from Malaysia as they are still extending the lead. My days.
Malaysia building up a lot of leads. Titi finding yet another miss together with Skylar and Agagag. And I believe we still see an FC on the board. That one is coming from Minbreeze, or is that a recovery? I'm not fully sure right now. The score does not look like an FC actually, so I might just be lying. But
probably not, but still, the 600,000 is quite the score on this map. At least they secure their very last pick and their ticket onto forcing tiebreaker when push comes to shove.
yeah, definitely a performance from Malaysia on this hidden 2.3 million team score is pretty good. 750k from Minbreeze, finding just 3 misses, which funny enough is the second worst miss count on Malaysia's side, as both players on the bottom side of the screen got 2 misses and Aga with the 5 miss. But yeah, this was a team effort from Malaysia to beat Hong Kong on Malaysia's last pick. And now Hong Kong with their last pick, can they hold the no breakpoint match intact and force tiebreaker here, or will they fall short? Because the last pick is usually the hardest. You either lose it or you force the TB and still need to fight in. All the pressure is on you. And with the amount of maps left in this map pool, it might be a tough choice. Novel 4 is still open, but none of the teams likes to pick into it, it seems like. And we are getting a timeout from Hong Kong. So yeah, around 2 extra minutes of picking time for Hong Kong coming. What to ask to that? I don't know, Chad. How's your day going so far? How do you like the matches? Are you enjoying what's happening in this 4WC so far? As we wait for Team Hong Kong to decide their last pick.
Good, not gonna lie, gonna miss the first week of the matches as you mentioned, on my match. 3 days no sleep was an absolute blast. And I definitely dream of never doing that again. Either way, I'm graduating, and I am so happy regarding that. It still feels surreal that I do not have to go to that godforsaken university. God bless. Oh my god, man, I've been waiting for this day for so long. Oh!
Freedom.
Freedom indeed. Well, back to unpaid labor while casting in my right, or am I right, bossman?
I mean, as Saba is saying in chat, this might just be a normal one angle for Hong Kong.
I mean, not gonna lie, might be the best thing possible. Don't know if they're like willing enough to go into free mod 1 or free mod 3. Not gonna lie, free mod 3 is pretty easy as well. I haven't seen anyone go below 700k on that thing. It's kind of crazy. Such a legendary map as well. We're just putting in fan service for, as a map for.
Definitely the case here so far.
Kitty, aye.
But yeah, outside of no mod 1, I'm looking at the pool and I don't see that many options here. Hidden?
Yeah. Maybe that's why, they're taking this timeout. I mean, we're really quite confused on where to go. I wonder what kind of panic is ensuing in their voice chat.
The question is, did they expect to get this far against Malaysia, or did they expect to, maybe get it down a bit faster? Who knows? But yeah, no mod 1 probably makes the most sense. They potentially have some of those 3 mods open. But the question is if they have the mods for it, as let's be real here, I don't think you are pulling off double easy flashlight on either of these 3 mod 4, 3 mod 3 maps.
But that's what losers think, that's what they want you to think, man.
Maybe they're just pulling off the tactical timeout to make Malaysia wait, get them a bit cold, and they will opt for 3 mod 1 actually, which is another one of those flow aim-ish maps with a bit of tapping here and there with that 180 BPM, maybe a bit more than just a bit of tapping.
Tapping shouldn't be an issue here, but especially for a hot rock players, you gotta watch out for those back and for those tiny wiggles in place. And you cannot cheese it, so you gotta aim it well and you gotta aim it right. You don't know what players are kinda chilling, I'm not gonna lie. But as the hot rock player, you have the utmost responsibility to gap the other player and gain your team that ever coveted advantage.
That's indeed the case. The question is what the mods will be. I mean, it would be really cool to see easy on this, but let's be real.
Oh hell no, there's no way. Unless there's custom easy multiplayer, they're just not paid enough for this.
But yeah, definitely an interesting map to finish it on. As I said, wanted to see the fun get played. It is a fun map, but it just does not get picked that much. I don't get why. We don't see ones picked too often. We have seen like 2 hidden ones, maybe like 3 normal ones, and that's about it. So far.
We love low SRA maps. We love that. Such a consistently winnable skill set.
Yeah, no coin flip, no nothing, trust. Yeah. Still waiting for players to get in the lobby, not anymore, as everyone is in. Via F2X, Hibiki, Skylar in, and Hot Dog, Mabayu, Minbreeze, and Stumple for Malaysia. Okay, I would assume Hibiki goes hidden here. With oh my holy overmod yet again. F2X with the hidden HR again. Hidden on Skylar and Hibiki, no mod on Wire. And overmod on the other side with Minbreeze going hidden HR. And then 2 hiddens on Hot Dog and Mabayu. So basically the same mods. Let's see how that resolves. We see some early breaks coming in from Mabayu, from Hot Dog. And I believe it was Vaya with a little bit of Hibiki. So starting off not so strong for either of those players I mentioned. But outside of that we still see 4 FCs and tag. Never mind, 3 now with Minbreeze finding the break on that 2 mod. Giving a lot of lead to Hong Kong early into the map, which is looking really good for them.
The 200,000 score difference, we are still going into a bit of a slow section here. But ladies and gentlemen, pay no mind for this break section because we're about to see some insane parents right after this one commercial break in this map. It is time to see who will survive and who will fall.
Stample still holding a good chance for Malaysia to come back here. But the 4 big combos on Hong Kong are definitely beating the 3 big combos. On Malaysia's side, especially with Minbreeze finding more and more misses, the more further we get into the map. Wirecast does find a miss, but that's not stopping anything really, as we see 2 FCs and 1 almost FC coming in for Hong Kong. Mabayu finds the miss for Malaysia, and now with the 2 big combos, Hibiki goes down. 2 combos against 2 combos. But let's be honest here, 500k is not gonna move at all, and Malaysia not able to get a single breakpoint in this matchup as the higher seed. Hong Kong taking the 4th point. Ladies and gentlemen, after quite some time, we are heading into yet another tiebreaker in this group stage, and we have not seen this map enough. We have not seen this map enough. It is a banger. It is a long one, 6.5 minutes, so pick up your popcorn or any snacks you have. If you don't have any, I'm sorry, but if you go now, you will not be back fast enough for the TB start. So just sit and wait, because never mind, you can go pick up your popcorn. We are getting a timeout first, but...
I'm gonna cook Indomie then. Be right back, guys.
It is a map, it is a tiebreaker, it is a combination of a lot of stuff. A lot of technical ability required, a lot of slider here and there. Some mechanics required, some aim required. And overall, just here and there, a lot of stuff happening in it. A lot of mechanics, especially, but it is a map. It definitely is a map. We see players getting ready up as we get to a completely new bit we introduced to this 4WC. As I welcome you to Cooking with Blank Tab. Hello, Blank Tab.
Hello. You know what? I should definitely turn off my noise suppression. One sec, let me grab my cables and all that. You know.
But yeah, waiting for the players to get into it. Yeah, this 3 minutes.
Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I have returned with my cable. You know, we got my Indomie here, onion chicken soup flavor. We're gonna plug our stove right near our PC. Just casual stuff. You guys are gonna hear some boiling, just to know that I am not larping. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Lord have mercy. Alright, so how have you eaten there, Mama? Have you guys, all you guys have eaten? You know?
I had some slices of pizza I made yesterday. Outside of that, not much
What do you
food
mean
tasting.
yesterday? Have you not eaten today?
No, I made the pizza yesterday. I had 2 slices left for today.
Oh yeah.
Outside of those 2 slices, I did not eat.
Do you hear it? Yeah.
And indeed, eat it.
We
Let's
are
go.
cooking, guys and gentlemen. We are cooking. Alright. Also, I've been like kind of playing a game this whole time, so you guys will hear some people talking. So, you know, you don't mind that. We're just kind of chilling this whole time. How many more minutes regarding the break?
I, to be fair, lost the track. We see 2 players in the lobby, 3 players. 30 seconds.
Now for me to grab my rice. Give me a sec, ladies and gentlemen.
We see first get in the lobby with F2X, Hibiki and Steady in for Hong Kong.
That's okay.
Malaysia still waiting for their players, while Team Hong Kong has their full roster possibly with F2X, Hibiki, TT and Kuyu. And though we have seen a fifth player of Malaysia, of Hong Kong in lobby, I think there might be any switches. Unless I'm mistaken here. Stamphol, Mindbreeze, Mbayu and Hot Dog instantly joining into the lobby. They are on time. No one is being late. Hopefully ready for the TV to start. Surely they did practice.
That's it. Ah, yes. Cook, my child. Cook. Oh yeah, we are gaming. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the tiebreaker. Alongside cooking with Blanca. It is time for the Malaysia against Hong Kong tiebreaker. Hong Kong not going down with a fight, ladies and gentlemen. If Hong Kong does win, that is going to be a legendary upset. But if not, then it'll still be a good try. Are you ready, Homesick?
I am indeed. We had a lot of time to ready up, so hopefully everyone is ready now for this 6.5 minute long TB. As we start with some tech, with some mechanic bits on this map, a lot of slider aim here and there as well. Steti finding the first miss for Team Hong Kong, but it's TB map, 6.5 minutes, so early misses should not matter too much. It will give slight lead to Malaysia, but Steti finding another miss together with Hibiki now. That's gonna hurt the list a little bit now at the break. 15,000 points in favor of Team Malaysia, but so far it is looking like a close one. Even though we see those two misses, the score is still not moving too much. It is a TB, it will take long for the combo to do that big of a damage, but it's definitely not gonna make the possession for Hong Kong easy as long as we see those combos on Malaysia holds. Diddy finding another miss, unfortunate one on these tapping sections, and so far it is looking much better for Team Malaysia, with them holding 299% FCs, 198% FC and 195% FC, but 4 FCs against 2 are still gonna be 4 FCs against 2. And it is looking much stronger for Malaysia right now. Steti finding another miss and just not feeling that comfortable on the map. On the map it seems. Still a lot of time to go. 65,000 points in favor of Team Malaysia. Not that much, but it definitely could cause damage to Hong Kong side as long as they cannot hold the combos, the supporting combos intact. And don't see a miss from Malaysia, but Mindbreeze finding the first one, but down goes Kuyu with TT, and 1 FC down for Hong Kong, 1 FC down for Malaysia. Stamphol does find the trade, but it's still 2 FCs against 1. Hibiki trying to fight back with the recovery score of 700 combo and 140k. As of now, it's just looking a bit better for Malaysia with those 2 FCs on a Hot Dog and Mabayu, even though the accuracy is on the side of Hong Kong. Still finding another rake. That one should not matter too much as long as F2 and Hibiki hold their scores intact, but Hot Dog Mabayu trying to hold that back with the spores from Stamphol and Mindbreeze right now. But it's still too soon to this side, 1/3 of the map down, and we are 100k in favor of Team Malaysia, but it can shift any time as we could see a drop coming from Mabayu, a drop coming from Hot Dog, a bit of 100s on Mabayu's side. But that will not do too much just yet. So let's see how the rest of the map goes. We see 4 pretty big combos, 4 4-digit combos on the board with some nice support coming in from every here and there. Stitty finding some combo of their own as well, as the question of whose support can hold better and what FC will stay intact, what big combo will stay intact. We see a break from Malaysia, one of those big ones, the score will start shift, but if we see a break from Hong Kong, one of those big ones, the score will shift as well. The map is getting harder and harder. It is so far looking pretty good for everyone in the lobby, but Mabayu goes down. That's one big combo down. Down goes Kuyu and Stitzy, but Hibiki with F2X holding on to those big combos. A Hot Dog is holding the 1.9k for Malaysia. The supports are holding the score on their side, but Hoda goes down. F2X as well. The big combos, the FCs are gone. And Hibiki may be trying to fight back with something, but is getting stopped by a brick wall called Stamphole and Minbreeze right now. Minbreeze on the 99.4% 1SB run, 140k in favor of Malaysia. It's still not decided, but it's gonna be tough for Hong Kong as long as they cannot get any support done.
Yep, we need to see the double miss come from Malaysia here. I was thinking, damn, you were talking the whole way. Oh my god, there's only one of the map remaining by the way, the tiebreaker. You did not stop for even a single breath. Holy moly, my guy. And on the front door, Hibiki is still with the 1.8k combo. Is there an opportunity here? It's not going down, but it's not going up either, Mamozik. The match is still on!
That is bad. That is really bad for Hong Kong as Hibiki finds the miss. Two big combos on the Malaysia side still intact with Minbreeze and Stamphole over 1.3k. If we don't see misses on those two right about now. Oh,
What is going on? But there's just no confidence in Hong Kong and it's a tiebreaker. You need at least 1000 combo to make a difference, especially in a 160k deficit scenario. Is there anything Hong Kong can do, Mamozik?
I don't think there's enough time. Hibiki has some combo. All died outside of that 160k. F2X finding a miss, not gonna help Team Hong Kong here at all. Stitty finding a miss as well. That's just gonna give more and more lead to Team Malaysia. And with that said, the hot dog finds the miss, but it's way too late for any misses to do anything just now. 160,000 points in favor of Team Malaysia. At the end of this TB, I believe that's gonna be GG's. We have seen some incredible combos from Hibiki, from F2X, from Stamphole, from Minbreeze. This was a close TB. 150k is going down as Stamphole and Minbreeze do find some misses. Never mind, Stamphole was a banjo. Let's add a banjo miss on top of whatever has been happening throughout this whole TB. 140k, Kuyu goes down 130,000 points, but there's just not enough density in this map. And that's gonna be GG's. Malaysia stopping the upset, but it was a really good match from both sides.
Good game, well played indeed. Damn, I am full. That was my dinner, ladies and gentlemen. But other than that, though, it seems Malaysia will be eating good. And it's gonna be a very cheeky past midnight snack, as it is basically 1 a.m. there. Very well done. I think that's a clean 3-0 in their group, is it not, Mozik?
I don't think it's 3-0 just yet. This was the
3-0?
second match.
Oh, it's still a second match. Whoops. Well, nonetheless, still pretty good though. I guess this is Hong Kong's third match instead, I think. That's why I kind of mixed it up.
Yeah. It will probably, well, not really looking at the matchup, still might not even give them a place in the top 2 of their group, looking at the group standings so far. With Malaysia right now on top with 2 wins, 0 losses, 5-point differential, but then under there's Singapore with 1 match played, 1 win, 4-point differential. Estonia with a 1-1, minus 2-point differential, so it's still a question of how Singapore will play against Malaysia and how Estonia will perform against, I believe that Singapore as well. With that said, I think that's gonna be it for this match. It was a great one. We have seen a TB. It's always a good match when we see the TB. We had cooking with blank tap on top of it. Some bit of extra to the tiebreaker we have. With that said, that's gonna be it from me. Any last words, blank tap?
Yeah, nothing much. Thank you all so much for watching. Plenty of match to go, especially tomorrow. God save Mavozik. See you guys next time. Take care.